Wipeout and Payload are the two new game modes this season, so we'll be teaching you exactly how to play them effectively. And by we, I mean Brawl Stars strategy YouTuber Incendium and myself. Let's start with Wipeout and some basic strategies. The first is trading kills. In modes like Bounty, trades are hard, since it's usually the least valuable player that can attempt that sort of thing. In Knockout, trading kills may cost you the entire game. But in Wipeout, it largely depends on the lead. Whenever you are leading by 2 kills, it's usually a good idea to trade with your opponent. Yes, you will die, but you will also kill an enemy, which means that you still maintain your 2-point lead. This lets you simplify the game and continue your lead until the end without giving opponents an opportunity to mount a comeback. Good brawlers for doing the trading strategy are ones with strong supers like Ems, Tara, and Sandy, and assassins like Crow, Leon, and Fang.
So in a mode like Wipeout, control of the center of the map isn't really going to be as important as in other modes like Gem Grab or Siege, where there's actual things that you have to pick up. So since the win condition is basically just staying alive and not dying, instead of just like risking your life to keep control of the center of the map, it's usually a better idea to just retreat and heal up if you're ever in a bad position.
Control is still useful though. In maps like Infinite Doom with a lot of grass/walls in the center, it becomes near impossible to reclaim control of the center of the map without dying once one team takes it. And if you push your opponents far back into their spawn, you can spawn trap them and get a huge lead with team wipes. This is similar to how Control works in maps like Dueling Beetles, Hard Rock Mine, and Sneaky Fields, where mid control essentially guarantees you the win.
Something you want to watch out for is whenever one of your opponents is isolated from the rest of their team, because in that situation, all you have to do is just send 2 people and just sort of target them down, and that's going to give you a really good opportunity to pinch them around the wall, or just literally just sending 2 people at them is going to make it very hard for them to stay alive, and because they're isolated, their team can't help them. So that's an easy way to pick up a free kill and just gain a little bit of an advantage. You have to make sure the person who isn't rushing them, though, is in a safe spot, because otherwise they'll just get taken down by the opponents as well.
Unlike in Knockout, a single kill isn't the end of the world, so don't be too passive. And unlike in Bounty, there's never going to be a high value target, so all members can play at the same level of aggressiveness. Needless to say, though, it's important to prioritize staying alive.
The comps you choose for Wipeout are really map dependent. You know, there's the Infinite Doom map with a ton of grass in the center. So obviously brawlers that do well at close range or do well just hiding in the grass are going to do better on that map in particular. But then on most of the other maps, it tends to be a bit more long range. So sharpshooters and brawlers that can stay safe will also do pretty well.
The more walls, grass on each map, the easier you can get away with throwers and tanks that don't auto-charge supers.
And on top of that, brawlers that have really powerful supers that just like completely swing the game. You know, you've got Tara with her pull, Jean with her pull. Ems is very good at just sort of focusing down on a single brawler once she's got him locked in her super. Brawlers like that are also going to do really well because unlike in Knockout, once you die, you're not knocked out of the game. So even if you do die and you get like a lot of supercharge out of it, it's not a waste because you'll just instantly respawn and then you can use that really good super to help your team come back from that death that you gave up. So even though a lot of these brawlers may take a long time to charge up their super and maybe wouldn't be good in Knockout for that reason, in Wipeout, since you're respawning, these brawlers are going to have a much better time. But playing all of these good brawlers and just the meta isn't going to really help you at all if you're still making mistakes in the mode. So here are some things you need to focus on when playing Wipeout.
Don't get too caught up in finishing a kill. If you get an opponent down to low health, only chase after them if you are sure you won't die. Because if you do, not only will you be down a kill, you will turn the game into a 3v2 and your teammates will more easily fall right after you do.
Running a healer is also a really good idea because the whole point of the mode is to stay alive. So a healer is one of the best things to help with that.
If you choose not to chase them and heal, your team will retain/gain control on the map, and that will likely convert into more kills down the line, even if you don't immediately get a kill.
So you've got Jean with the magic puff star power, you've got Byron, even got Colonel Ruffs with the field promotion star power. All these things can help to just boost the health of your team or heal them up whenever you're in a bad position, and that's going to make it easier for your team to stay alive and not give up as many kills. Another huge mistake people make is trying to make an entire comeback alone. So if you're a brawler like Edgar or Crow and you're really good at just dealing with a lot of people and dishing out a lot of DPS at once, usually whenever you're down by a lot of kills, those sort of brawlers will just jump in. The key to getting a good comeback is to having your entire team just have a really solid push and having your opponents not be prepared for it. If they're really close to winning, a lot of times they'll play desperate and sort of come at you one at a time, just trying to get that one last kill to finish up the game. And when they do that, if your entire team is prepared and working together, you should be easily able to take them down. And then once you get that team wipe, you get control of the center of the map and it snowballs from there, and you can easily make a comeback that way.
Going for one last kill even though you have a lead. In Bounty, this can work. For example, if it allows you to gain more stars than you lose. But in Wipeout, having a lead, even by one kill, means you should be playing very defensively. Now that Wipeout is over with, click here to check out part 2 of this video, completely covering payload tactics and mistakes.